Well, here my father, and we are getting set up. It is that time of the season. I got 4 packages to set up here. I'm going to reverse this for a second. So here's the location, which will, the way the ground is here, will be perfect to face them southeast. Let's get it set. Alright, so what I got here is this is facing southeast, and I have it on a little bit of a taper forward so no water can be blown into the entrance of the hive. So you kind of give it a little bit of tip forward there, and I set the 2 blocks in the side there and make sure everything was square to each other. That way when you stack the blocks, you got it as safe as possible. Alright, so typically when you're dumping in a new package, you're starting with foundation frames, which these are already built out, and you can see the dark brown is the brood pattern and so forth. So I have frames in here with honey as well, and a little bit of pollen to get them a good jump start. So this should help out jump them so the queen can pretty much lay immediately, and they can start bringing stores in and give them a good jump start. So what I'm going to show you is a trick for when you pop off this top lid here, and using a good like 2.5 inch screw to remove the can inside of the sugar water. It helps you, you're tapping in, you screwed in some good threads, and you can pop that can right out to get it going. It's just easier to grab instead of trying to do it with your hive tool and so forth, and then trying to hold the queen at the same time and all that. And then you can put this back on, remove the staples, flatten the staples out on this, and then you put it right back on when you pop it off. That way you can keep the bees inside and get everything set, ready to go, to kind of give them a little shake, drop them down and ball them up, and then you toss them in. So I'll try to give as much information as I can as I go here. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now is pop this top off. Okay. And I'm going to, actually this top is fine. Now I can use this to put it back down on the top. So I'll show you here. This is what I'm talking about, the can. So here's the staple that's holding the queen. So when you do this, you got to kind of do this all quick, so that way you can pull this can out, get the queen out, and then put this back over to block the bees. Alright, so I'm going to show you here quickly. So first thing I'll do is take my screw, tap it in the top of the can, start a little dent, screw it in, make sure you get it in there good. Okay, now I'm going to make sure all the staples are out of the way so you can get it flat so no bees can fly out. I mean, they're going to kind of stay right here, but it's nice to get them all out of there. Pop the staple, get a queen so we don't lose her, and then I'm going to kind of hit this down a little bit to drop the bees down. So when you kind of grab everything out here, I can grab this can. Oh, well, the queen is not attached to the, wasn't attached, so that's not good. So now I'm going to have to find the queen, which is just going to have to be dumping them in and looking for the queen. Not what you want to do, but we're going to go with it. So kind of get them roughed up like that a little bit there, and just dump them. I see the queen, so I'm going to try to get her as she comes out. She's in the cage still. There she is. When you tap them and hit them like this, it kind of rolls them into a ball. you can almost get most of them out. I know it seems a little vicious, but there's not much left. You put this right here, the front of the hive, and the rest of them will come out. Now what I'm going to do is put these frames back in so they can crawl back up in. So show you here. There's the queen. There they are, crawling up on the frames. Get this set back up here. Just go real easy and slow. We're in the mid-60s here, so they're all surrounding the queen. So I'm gonna pushing this into the frame. So I'll get the bees off and push her in. Get one more frame right here. And then I'll also, you gotta make sure on the sugar side, the food side, you pop that cork out, because they won't be able to get her out, she'll die. Take that screw that you had, get that cork right out. And then if you want to, you can start a little hole. This is start a little hole. So look at the queen here. And the queen is not marked. So the queen is supposed to be marked, but she's not. Okay. So I'm going to face this down like this, and the so we can line this up here, right? Get this one in. And what that allows to happen is gives them more to be able to push this in. It kind of faces her in so you don't kind of block her, so you face that down in and give them room to work and get her out of there, to release her. They all look good like that. I always put the entrance to the back. Push this forward. Make sure this is all straight. These bees are super docile. They're not trying to sting me. Everything's good and straight. It's faced. Looks good. As you see, all the bees are actually out of this. That's perfect. Put this back in. That can be removed. You have them in there. Sorry about the finger. You have them in there and they're already coming out to the front here. And like I said, they are faced southeast, and they will get the most sun and warmth from the east when it sets to the west, facing the front entrance, and all that northwest wind comes in the back, not directly into the hive. That's it. Good luck. See if I can shut this thing off now. My gloves. Alright, here we go. And there's the start to 2023 season. I believe it's April 4th here in Massachusetts. 2 packages installed. The other thing you need to make sure you do, oh, thank God I came over and saw my brush, is you're going to make sure that the back entrance to the top there, you space it out so you have room to go up inside on the back side. Thanks for watching. Honeycomb bee removal.